Go.
I can't do it. It's hard. Go. It won't work.
Thank you for 1,400 subscribers. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video from the Johnson Family Effect. Thank you guys so much for 1,400 subscribers. You guys, a lot of you guys came from the Isaiah Ashley show, and we are so grateful that we had the opportunities to speak with him and share our story. So glad that you guys are joining our channel and subscribing. We cannot wait to get into it. Today we are celebrating 1,400 subscribers with some Oreo cheesecake. A fan of Ashton's, he picked this out for us. But we just wanted to come on here and say thank you guys so much. We see every comment. We are so appreciative of your support, of your well wishes, of your kind words, and so much more. So y'all, let's get into this video. Arinza and I are now about to answer some most popular questions. Let's go. All right, guys, so here we have a list of most asked questions. So we wrote a few down and we're going to go ahead and answer a few for you. So the main question is, we had a whole life set up at home. How did we break that all down and what did we do with all of our stuff? All right, so once we decided to take the leap and move, we knew that the first thing was first is getting rid of everything. We did our research and we found and learned that Thailand offers pretty much their accommodations completely furnished. So we knew that we didn't need any furniture or anything like that, but also trying to take furniture to another continent, to another country wasn't just going to be feasible anyway. So we just got rid of all of our stuff. We started having garage sales. So we sold a lot of it. We donated a lot of it. And we just started minimizing and getting rid of our things. That was the first thing we did. As far as like other things like bills and stuff like that, of course, you know, go ahead and pay those up and figure out a way, come up with a plan that allows you to not continue to have to pay so many bills while you're still there. So we knew that we wanted to go stay with family right before we left so that we wouldn't have to continue those bills. And we also put our property up to be rented out. That's our rental property that we have. So that kind of covered that. But yeah, just really knocking things off the list and trying to minimize the things that you have is going to be the biggest thing. Now, we did ride horses and stuff there, and we did not want to get rid of our horses because they're our babies, and we don't plan on being gone forever, whether that means going back home to visit or really being out here long term. We know for sure that we will go back at some point. But yeah, so for our horses, we got them with a family friend. Like, we have someone taking care of them. Our family is still riding them. So things like that. So you just got to really look at the things that you have and break them down, figuring out what you can use, what you won't need, and things like that. Also, learning the culture over here will kind of let you know the things that you will need and won't need. So when I say we got rid of everything, we got rid of everything. So yeah, we just kind of got rid of things knowing that, okay, if we come back here, we're going to just start over. We're going to start over. We know that we always have a place to come back to, but as far as like the things that we needed or the things that we had, those are all material things, and we could just start over with that stuff anytime. So my advice is to just get rid of it all or put it in a storage, because a lot of people, you don't know if you're going to come back out here or not. But we just said we'll put some things in storage, not much, but we got rid of furniture. We got rid of pretty much everything. And if we ever go back to stay long term, we'll just start over. All right, you got anything to add on that?
We should have got rid of more clothes, though.
Yes.
We kept a lot of clothes that we shouldn't have, and we need to get rid of them. We still probably get rid of some more. So.
Yes, we came over here. I'm embarrassed to say this, but do not judge me. Do not judge me, okay? Too many suitcases for us to still only wear the same pair, like 5 pair of shorts, 5 T-shirts every single week. So, like, I have outfits hanging up in my closet that I would probably, like, wear to brunch or wear going out, and yeah, have not done any of that, have not worn any of that. So I tell them all the time, I cannot believe we brought all that luggage over here full of clothes that we don't even wear.
I'm talking about struggling in the airport with a suitcase.
Yes, struggling for real, like carrying so much stuff. When we checked in at the airport, they were looking like, where y'all going? So yeah, so get rid of the stuff, y'all. You will not need it. Once they say that when you get over here, you can repurchase all the stuff, the clothes and all that kind of stuff, and that stands true. We do not wear half of the things that we brought over here with us. So lesson learned from us. Don't make that mistake.
Per person.
Yes.
One suitcase per person.
One suitcase per person really could do it. Like the amount of shoes we brought over here for our kids, diabolical.
Don't
But we
even
ain't gonna
worry.
get into that. Yeah, we ain't gonna get into that. All right, next question. What you got?
Another question was, where do I get my haircut from? So here in Thailand, they have a bunch of haircut places everywhere, really, barbershop places. But here I found a barbershop called HY Hair, and the barber that I found, he do really good. But guys, haircut might not look as good as it might look in the States. So just you might have to adjust a little bit, but they do pretty good. They do pretty good.
Yes, barbershops are everywhere around here. You just gotta trial and error. You're gonna trial and error, word of mouth. Luckily, we lucked up. We met a family here before actually moving over here, and they have Afro hair as well. So they were able to put us on to the guy that we use. He's awesome. He is out of the country for 2 months though, so we're having a trial and error as well.
Yeah.
But it's been okay. I mean, hey, it's a part of the journey, a part of the experience. So your hair grow back, and then you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. All right, let's see. So next question. What do we do for work? All right, so that's a very popular question, which I get it. So as you guys know, I shared in Isaiah's interview that I was a former educator, but I still am. I was doing success coaching with students, helping them with their college career, their transition over into the workforce and things like that. But once I stepped away from my 9 to 5, I just began only teaching. So I was teaching, then too, but now I strictly only teach online. So I teach a few classes a semester. So that's why I say that I'm still an educator, because I still do that. But I also stepped into the world of social media content creation, where we get paid for our likes and views. I do UGC content creating, where I create ads and things like that for brands, and I don't necessarily have to share on my social media platforms, and we get paid for that. Also, I really tapped into TikTok Shop, really done well with that in the last few months. That's what when I quit my job, that's the thing that I tapped into the hardest, was TikTok Shop. And when I tell y'all game changer, it's really a game changer. So if you're ever considering it, or if you're in the program now, take full advantage, but be patient with it. But I'm telling you, it's so rewarding. We also have rental properties. Like I mentioned, one of our rental properties is our home that we just left and moved out of. So that added to that list for us. And he day trades. So he learned that skill once we learned or figured out that we wanted to move over here. He knew that he had to learn a skill. So that's what he did. You want to talk?
Day trading going good. I do Forex and futures right now. And I'm also studying crypto, trying to get into that. So right now I'm doing Forex and futures, and it's going pretty good.
So homeschool for our kids. So when we moved over here, homeschooling is the one thing that we knew we wanted to continue to do or start doing, because we really didn't like the idea of school in the States. Don't get me wrong, school was fun. We actually both went to public school and finished all 12 years. But once you know, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So once you know about the systems and things like that, it's kind of hard to unsee it. It's kind of hard to, keep going with it. So I was like, you know what? Let's
keep your kids.
Yes. Yeah, so part of the reason why we even did this is because we are very hands-on parents. We didn't like the idea of not being able to spend a lot of time with our children, even though we know that's how society has created the agenda for us, or for most people is, you go to work, your kids go to childcare, whatever. But that just didn't work for us. We only get to be parents one time. You only get to pour into your children, be present for your children one time, because once they get older, that's it. So we knew that we wanted our children with us. We wanted to spend more time with them. So homeschooling is something that I always wanted to do. When I quit my 9 to 5, I knew then that that was the ultimate goal. Now, did I know I was going to be in Thailand doing it in another country? Absolutely not. But I knew that at some point, once I got comfortable enough, I was going to pull my children out of school. But we use the program Me Academy. So far, it's going really well. We love it. We actually get to create our own schedule. You actually get to create the classes and the courses that your children attend. The extracurricular activities, you get to choose that. It's a community inside where they get to interact with other students and things like that. So great, awesome program. And I'm sure there are so many others out there, but Me Academy is what we use. Because I was an educator, I try to take some of the things that I've learned and the methods and strategies that I use with my students to apply them with my children and their learning and stuff like that. So for my 3-year-old, we do hands-on things. I do a couple of learning apps for her as well, but she probably will do Me Academy once she's old enough to. All right, so y'all keep asking me about my hair, and I really appreciate the compliments, but I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Like, some days I don't know if I'm coming or going, okay? So I am in my early stage of having my locks. So I just got my first retie maybe last week. Yeah, last week. So, y'all, I don't know. It's a little different. Some days I love them, and some days I'm like, you know what, I can do without. But yes, there are several places in Thailand that does reties or have the services for that. Now in Hua Hin, I have not found anybody, but in Bangkok, which is only like 2.5 hours away, they have so many places that you can get your hair retied and maintenance and all that kind of stuff. I am kind of like a DIY girly. Like, I try to do everything on my own once I can. So the ultimate goal is to learn how to do it myself so that I can stop taking that 2.5 hour drive and also just be more creative and learn a new skill. So yes, there are plenty of places in here that you can get your hair maintained and things like that. I saw a comment today that talked about the heat in Thailand. So like, y'all, right now, we're in rainy season, but it hasn't really started that bad yet. But like, today is a really nice day. It's like an overcast. It's not too hot, and the wind does blow here. So do not let let the heat deter you, because it's not that bad. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Some days,
when it's hot, it's hot.
yes.
It's hot.
Some days, like, you can walk outside and it does feel like you just opened your oven that's cooking a turkey. Okay, so yes, I'm not gonna mislead you. It can be very hot, but is that your everyday experience? Absolutely not. And is it really unbearable? Absolutely not. But some days it is hot. But we embrace that part of it. We embrace that part of it because, for one, we knew that before coming over here, so we kind of just go with it. But it is hot.
I like the heat.
Yes, I like the heat too. Beauty salons, hair salons, there's pretty much things all over Thailand. It's depending on the areas that you go to, you will find that there are more resources and services. But yeah, they are accessible. So you will find some things that meet your needs. It may not be right in your area, but you will. And I will say that I've learned that with the Thai culture, if you show them something and they feel confident enough to try it, they will. So where I went to Bangkok for my retie, I was going to go up to HY Hair to see if they could do it for me, but I just never found the time before my appointment came around. But that's something I actually might check into. Yeah, I might check into, because they are willing to learn a new skill. And just like I would have to learn it, they can learn it. So, hey, trial and error.
Yeah, and at my barbershop, they do hair there.
Yes.
And they do have the beauty salons around just like the barbershop. So they are everywhere. So
yeah. Okay, so yes, hair products. That's another reason why I struggle with my locks, because y'all, before coming over here, do not judge me. I did not bring hair products. But it's because I was thinking, like I told y'all, I thought we could find some, because there's a app here or website here that's called Lazada that a lot of people find their things off of, but I haven't really found any there. But I didn't bring any with me. My family members are sending me things for that. But yes, so make sure if you do decide to make the move or even just come over here, bring that type of stuff with you, because it's kind of little limited to find that type of stuff. So yeah, bring that with you. And any facial facial products that you use, skincare, things like that, bring that with you too, because although they do have that stuff over here, a lot of it has like the whitening or brightening something in it for the Thai culture. Not really sure what it is, but yes, I know that some of the things they do that we use in the States, they do have, but it will have an ingredient added to it for whitening and brightening. And I don't know if that's really good for us. So I always just encourage people to bring their own skincare products. All right, so next question. A lot of you guys are asking us about our realtor, where we don't have a realtor to offer you or to suggest to you. I will say the best way to find your condo rentals or your home rentals is to really check out the Facebook pages for the community that you want to live in. So say, for instance, we live in Hua Hin. So I'll go to Facebook and I'll type in Hua Hin condo and house rentals. And when I tell y'all, they post things every single day, all day long, anything you're looking for. And don't get me wrong, those are realtors that are advertising those homes and things like that, but that's just a better and a safer option to use, because that's direct contact to the owner of the property or whoever is listing the property. And then it just gives you a wide range of things to look through and to look for. So if you're looking for Hua Hin, if you're looking for Bangkok, if you're looking for Pattaya, or even if you're looking for a whole new country, definitely check out the Facebook pages, because they are really highly utilized. Another thing, a lot of people ask us about our visas. So we are on the DTV visa, which is a 5-year visa. That's the one we chose because we felt like it would be easier for our family to not have to travel so much. We do have to leave the country and do a border run every 180 days. But before that, we only have to do a 90-day reporting, which you just basically let them know, hey, we're still here. This is where we're living at. And yeah, so then that's it. But yeah, so 180 days, we do have to leave the country, and then we are able to come back in, and we'll do that for 5 years if that's what we choose to do. The ED visa is another visa option that is very common and popular for Thailand expats. Allows you to go to school to learn the language, and I'm not really sure if there's any other things that you can go to school to learn for the ED visa, but I know that the most popular one is for the language schools. And the more research we did on it, or do now, we see that there are a lot of online opportunities and options for expats. So if you are wanting to come over here and stay long term, if I'm not mistaken, the ED visa allows you to stay at least for 6 months to up to 1 year, or at least 1 year. And I think you have to leave 6 months and then come right back. But yeah, so that's another option. They have schools everywhere. So depending on the area that you are interested in, look for the schools in that area to see what they offer. Also, it would not be a bad idea to go ahead and contact them to let them know you're interested, to also just get more information as much as you can from them before you come. I do know that is a visa option that you can wait to actually get over here before you apply for it. So you can apply for that visa while you're in the country. Now for the DTV visa, you cannot apply while you're in the country. That's something that you have to do before you get here and be approved before you actually get here, I would suggest, because sometimes you just never know what hiccups you might run into if they may decline your visa. So I say go ahead and look to your visa options so that you can know what you want to do and what best fits your situation. You got anything to add?
No, I think you pretty much covered everything.
All right. Well, guys, that wraps up our question and answer for today. Make sure you guys drop more questions in the comments that you want to know, and we will try to come back on weekly. Well, not try. We will. We will come back on weekly with question and answer updates, along with giving you guys some of our family experiences. But again, we are so excited that you are here with us. We are so excited for this new journey, and we look forward to sharing more with you guys. And without further ado, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see y'all later. Bye.